Good morning, everyone. Shall we now start solving the mergers and acquisitions study material problems? So we were doing mergers. As I have already told you, we are actually solving all the study material problems which were not there earlier but which has come in now. So there are a lot of questions which once we work it out, there's a very good chance of these questions coming in the exams. I think we reached question number 9 yesterday. Now, friends, since the exam date has been announced, I will go a little bit more faster so that we all can complete maximum. All right. I think in the previous class I ended my session with question number 9 is what I understand. I think it was question number 8. Did we do 9? Pre-merger EPS, PE ratio. Okay, I think 9 we haven't done. Can you all please read through question number 9 now? I hope the audio video is clear. Pre-merger EPS, PE ratio. Okay. Just a minute, read through the question, then we will do it together. Fine, friends. I think they have given the current market price as 2,50,000 shares. Earnings is 5 lakh, etc. What is the pre-merger EPS and the PE ratio of the company? If ABC's PE ratio is 6.4, what will be the current market price? Alright. What should be the exchange ratio if XY Limited's pre-merger and post-merger EPS are to be the same? Friends, we have done similar type of question. Let this be the last question of similar type that I will be doing. Then the repeated type questions I will ignore. Okay. Only the new ones I will be doing after this question because all are exactly the same, but they have given too many questions in your study material. Alright. So I'll just open my writing pad. Alright. Okay, friends, let's start now. Just a minute, my system is getting a little bit hanged. Okay. Working note number 1, basic data. Particulars, XYZ ABC. Okay. Point number A, they have given the XYZ market price as 20 rupees. I'll write down market price 20. What else have they told? It has 2,50,000 shares. So number of shares is given over here as 2,50,000. Okay. What else have they told over here? And the earnings after tax EAT is turning out to be how much over here? It is turning out to be 5 lakhs. Correct? Fine. Once these three things are given for ABC, they have told the number of shares is 1,25,000. Okay. The current market price is told to be 10. And the earnings after tax is turning out to be 1,25,000. Am I right? Okay. From this, let's find out some hidden information. Can I find out the earnings per share? It will be 2 rupee per share. What is the formula? C divided by D. 1 rupee per share. Once we get this, can I also find out the PE ratio? Okay. So the PE ratio will be 20 divided by 10, A divided by D. I will get the answer as 10 times here also, 10 times here also. I'll give you a minute. Can you write down till here in your books? Alright friends, so we are done with the first part. Let me go to the second one. They're asking you to find out the pre-merger EPS. Good morning Sriram. Okay, so they're asking you to find out the pre-merger EPS per share and the PE ratio of both the companies. I think we have already found out this answer right now. We got the answer as 2:1 and we got the PE ratio as 10 times. Okay. If ABC's PE ratio is 6.4, what is the current market price? Okay. What is the exchange ratio? What will XYZ Limited's post merger post merger EPS be? Okay, now it's a very interesting question. Friends, they are asking if ABC, so ABC is having a current PE ratio of how many times? 10 times. But they are saying if the PE ratio is not turning out to be 10 times, if the PE ratio is turning out to be 6.4, what is the exchange ratio? So let's go back and do it over here. First, I will find out what is the market price of ABC if PE ratio is 6.4. We know the formula MPS is equal to EPS into PE ratio, correct? Therefore, 1 rupee is the EPS. PE ratio is how much? It is 6.4 times. So do I get the answer as 6.4 rupees per share as the market price? Can you please write down till here in your books now? I believe you are done with this, friends. I'm going a little fast. Okay. Yes, Sriram, that's good speed from your side also. I'll go a little fast, friends, so that we can cover more questions. All right. So we get the answer as 6.4. Now, anywhere have they told what is going to be the merger will be effected by means of an exchange ratio. Okay. ABC has agreed up to a plan under which XYZ will offer the current market price value of ABC. Okay, so the swap ratio is going to be based on the market price. I'll write down working note number 3. Post merger EPS. Post merger EPS can be found out using 2 steps. First, I need to know total earnings after merger. Now tell me, how do you find out the total earnings after merger? We have got 5 lakh and 1 lakh 25,000, that is 6 lakh 25,000. Then we have to find out the number of shares after merger. Okay. Here we'll go by 2 steps. Step number 1, we have to find out the exchange ratio. Now it is based on the market price. What is the market price of XYZ? 20 and the other company is 6.4. So the exchange ratio will be 6.4 is to 20, which means for every 20 shares of ABC, XYZ will issue how much? XYZ will issue 6.4. Okay, that is point number 1. Now I can find out the number of shares after merger, which would be 5 lakh shares for the first company plus 1,25,000 shares will be multiplied by 6.4 divided by 20. So if I do this, what is the answer I get over here? I'll get the answer as 5,40,000. So my EPS will turn out to be 1.157 rupees per share. Can you write down this in your books now? Wait, I think I made a mistake. Shares is 2,50,000. Friends, I'm so sorry. This is 2,50,000. So it will be 2,90,000 over here, correct? So this will also change. It will be 2.15 rupees per share. I'm sorry, friends. Can you please correct it? Alright friends, I believe you have got this answer in your books. What else are they asking over here? They're asking for the current market price, exchange ratio and post-merger EPS. I think we have got all the three answers over here. Okay, so I think we'll go to the last one. What should be the exchange ratio if XYZ's pre-merger and post-merger EPS are to be the same? I have taken that 1,000 times friends before this. Next working note. Exchange ratio if pre-merger and post-merger EPS to remain the same. Okay, so here as I told you, it should be in the ratio of EPS. I have already explained this point many times before. So what is the EPS that they are having? 2 and 1. So the ratio should be 1:2, or for every 2 shares of ABC, XYZ should issue only how many shares? He should issue only 1 share. Can you write down till here in your books now, friends? Alright friends, I believe you are done with this. Can I go to the next part now? Okay. So we are done with this question, friends. Let's quickly read through question number 10. Sriram, 2.5 lakhs. Yes, Sriram, I think I made a mistake there. 62,500 shares based on EPS. Sriram, this last point I didn't understand. Can you please help me to understand that part? What is 62,500 shares based on EPS? 1,25,000. Okay, into 1/2. Have they asked for that in the question? So, okay, great. What you have said is your answer is perfectly right, but I don't think they have asked that in the question. Hence, I'm not doing that. All right. Okay. Can I go to the next part now? I'll go to the next part. Let's go to question number 10 now. Please read through it. Money Ratnam, swap ratio based on market price, EPS after merger. What is the expected market price per share of Money Limited after the acquisition, assuming the PE ratio is adversely affected by 10%? So this is only one point which I haven't covered. Market value of merged company, gain or loss also we have done. So let's do it quickly since we have one new requirement. Let's solve this problem also. But I'll do it very quick because we have already learned this problem. Okay. So I'll write down working note 1, basic data, particulars, Money Ratnam. Earnings are available 2000 lakhs. For Ratnam it is how much? 4000. Then you have number of shares. That is how much? 200. And for the second one, 1000. EPS 10. 4. PE ratio is given as 10 times for the first one, 5 for the second one. Market price would be 100 and 20. I'll give you a minute. Can you write down this? Alright, I'll go to the next part now. So they're asking the swap ratio based on market price. I'll do it quickly. Working note 2. Swap ratio. I think that's very simple. It is 20 is to 100. Okay. I'll now write down working note number 3. EPS after acquisition is what they are asking. So EPS after merger. The formula would be total earnings after merger, that is 2000 and 4000 lakhs, correct? 2000 lakhs plus 4000 lakhs divided by 200 lakh shares over here plus you are having 1000, but for 1000 now we are going to give in the ratio of 20 is to 100. So 6000 divided by 400, you get the answer as 15 rupees per share. Okay. Okay. Now they are asking what is the expected market price per share of Money assuming the PE ratio is affected by 10%. MPS after merger. Now point number A, we have to find out the revised PE ratio. It is affected by 10% means as of now it is 10 times. So 10 times minus 10%, what is the revised PE ratio you get? 9 times. From this, it's very easy to find out the post-merger EPS, which will turn out to be 15 rupees into 9 times. So you will get the answer as 135 rupees. Can you write down this in your books now? Sriram, you have given a comment. Swap ratio is 1 is to 5, perfect. What is 27.27? Okay, the answer is 15, correct? Alright. Good speed, Siram, keep it up. Alright, can I go to the next part now? Let me go to the next one. So we are done with this require. Now they are asking market value of the merged company. The next working note would be market value of the merged company. This will be nothing but post-merger NPS, that is 135 rupees, into number of shares after merger. What is the number of shares after merger? 200 and 200, correct? So it will be 400 lakhs. You get the answer as 54,000 lakhs. That is the market value after merger. Last one they are asking gain or loss. That we will do it in a separate page. Can you write down till here in your books? Excellent, Sriram. Good speed. Keep it up. Fine, friends. Can we do the last part now? Okay. The last part is gain or loss. So we draw the table. What are the names of the two companies? Mani Ratnam. Okay. Point number A will be what? Market value after merger. Point number B will be what? Market value before merger. So for money, he was holding how many shares? 200 lakh shares into 135 is after merger. Whereas before merger, he was holding the same 200 lakh shares, but the market price at that time was only 100 rupees. For Ratnam, after merger, he is having only 200 lakh shares at 135. Before merger, he was having 1000 lakh shares, I think at 20 rupees, correct? So how much is 200 into 135? Is it 27,000? Earlier it was 20,000. So what is the benefit you are getting over here? 7,000. Okay. 27,000. Oh, 20,000. You get exactly the same benefit of 7,000 in both the cases, is it? Excellent. Alright friends, I believe we are done with this part also. Can we go to the next question now? Question number 11, let's just read through it. EPS after merger. What is the change in the EPS for shareholders? That's the post-merger EPS. I mean the market value of post-merger firm, any profit. Exactly the same thing, friends. So I am not doing this question. Let us read through question number 12 now. Exchange of equity based on market price. What is the new EPS? earnings available to the shareholder will not be diminished by merger. Exactly the same thing, friend. This will come in the ratio of EPS. So I'm not wasting my time here also. Question number 13. PE ratio, ignore synergy, pre-merger market value, maximum exchange ratio, EPS and MPS. We have done this question also earlier. We have done 40 is to 28 was one of the exchange ratios that we had got when we did it like this, 0.7 is to 1. We have done a similar type of question, friends. So let's not waste our time doing the same type of question. Read through it again now, this one. PAT, shares, PE ratio, tax, market value of both the companies, value of original shareholders, that is same as the market value of the company. Price per share, you want me to check if there is any difference here? Just a minute. Okay, there is a little difference over here. Value of original shareholders. Let us do this. Effect on price for both the company. If the directors expect their own pre-merger PE ratio to be applied to the combined earnings. So this is slightly different. Let's do this. I'll give you a minute. Can you read through this question? Sorry. Alright friends, shall we do it now? I'll start doing this problem now. Okay. Working note number 1, basic data. We have P and R. Okay, so we have the profit before tax 15 and 13.5. Then we are having the number of shares 25 and the other one is 15. We have the PE ratio, that is 12 and 9. Friends, now we have to first find out, I'll put it in reading pen now. We have to find out the earnings after tax. We cannot take PBT, the 30% is the tax rate. So you will get the answer as 10.5 over here, A into 0.7, okay. And the other one you will get the answer as 9.45, okay. So once you get this, I can now find out the market price per share. Sorry, I have to first find out the EPS. So EPS will be 10.5 divided by 1 minute crore profit divided by, oh there's too many shares, I'll give a heading in crore. So 10.5 divided by, if you do number of shares 25, you will get the EPS as 0.42. 9.45 divided by 15 crore share will be 0.63. Once you get this, I can also find out the MPS. MPS will turn out to be 0.42 multiplied by 12, that is 5.04. 0.63 multiplied by 9, that is 5.67. I don't have space, I'm putting it on top. We can also find out the total earnings before merger. So I'm just removing the basic data. I'll just write down over here since I don't have space downside. EFG. Total earnings before merger. Okay, so that will be 10.42 So that's already given, right? That's EAT. This is the total earnings after merger. Sorry, friends, I got a bit confused. Not required. Can you write down till here in your books now? Alright, friends, everybody is put up till here. Now let's read the next requirement. Yes, Sriram, your answer is perfectly right. Good job. Keep it up. I'll go back. Okay, so where are we? We are here. So we got F 5.04, 5.67, correct? Alright. Now we'll read the requirement. Market value of both the companies. So let us find out the market value. Working note number 2. Market value of both the company. Particulars. We have P and we have R, correct? So number of shares is the first thing I would like to write down here. That would be 25 and it will be 15 in crore. Okay. Point number B would be market price per share, that is 5.04, 5.67. From this we can actually find out the total market value. That turns out to be 126 crore. Okay. And here it will be 85.05 crore. So if you add up these two things, you will get the answer as 211.05 crore. Can you write down till here in your books now? Sriram, 126 and 85.05, perfect. Your answer is exactly right. Okay. So I believe you are done with this. Can I go to the next part now? Okay. So now they are asking, mark value of original shareholder is the next point that they are asking over here. Have they told anything about synergy benefits in the question? Market value, value of original shareholders, and they are talking about price per share after merger. Okay, so let's do one thing. For finding out the price per share after merger, they have not given any exchange ratio, nothing is given. Okay, fine. So I'll write down the next part. First, we will find out the MPS after merger. Only then we can actually do the shareholding pattern over here. So what I understand is they have given some exchange ratio. One minute, let me read it again. Okay, exchanges ratio is given over here. It's considering takeover of R Limited by exchange of 4 new shares in P Limited for every 5 shares in R Limited. So there is an exchange ratio given. I was missing out that point. Fine. So I'll write down the next working note heading. Post merger EPS. Point number A will be what now? It will be total earnings after merger. So how much is the total earnings after merger that we have got over here? 10.5 and 9.45. Is that turning out to be 19.95 crore? Correct. Now we have to find out the number of shares after merger. Okay. So the number of shares after merger would be, how many shares are there in the first company? 25 plus 15 into 4 by 5 is what I understand from the question. Shall I read that again? 4 new shares for every 5 shares. Yes. You get the answer as how much? You get the answer as 37 crore. Okay. From this I can find out EPS after merger. You get the answer as 0.539 rupees per share. Can you write down till here in your books? Alright friends, have you all put up till here? Actually here I can also find out post merger MPS also. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll write down over here PE ratio. How much is the PE ratio? Is it 12? 12 times? From this actually what I can find out, I can find out the MPS after merger. That will be this into 12, 6.47 rupees per share. Can you please update this part also in your books? Alright friends, I believe you are done with this. Now let's go and understand. They are asking price per share after merger that we have found out. Value of original shareholders. A new terminology not used before. So we can expect this terminology to come in the exam. The logic of this is, what is the market value attributable to shareholders, okay, if there are no synergy benefits? Can you write down this in your books? I'll slow down a little bit here. Okay, I'll go to our next page now. I'll just find out here. I'll write down point number A. Market value after merger, assuming no synergy. Okay, so if I talk about it like this, what is the answer I'll get over here? Have we got the market value as 211.05 crore? Correct. Point number B will be number of shares after merger. Now tell me, how many number of shares are there after merger? 25 lakh and 15 into 4 by 5. How much was that? that is 37 crore shares are there, correct? From this, can I find out MPS market price per share? Do I get the answer as 5.70? Now this is attributable to two category of people, P and R. P, R. How many shares is P holding? P is 25 lakh shares and R is holding 15 into 4 by 5, that is 12 lakh shares. Not lakh, crore. So now tell me 25 crore into 5.7, do you get the answer as 142.50 crore? Okay. 12 crore into 5.7, you will get the answer as 68.40 crore. This is the individual value of shareholders. Can you write down this in your books now? Fine friends, I believe you are done with this. Alright, I'll go to the last part now. Yes, I'll go to the last part now. The last part is effect on the share price of both the company if they expect their own pre-merger PE ratio to be applied to the combined earnings. So I think we have already got the price, market price after merger based on this. We've got the answer as 6.47, correct? So I'll just do one thing. I'll just draw a chart. Market value without synergy. And here I'll write down market value with synergy. Market value without synergy we know is 211.05 crore. With synergy it will be, we've got the answer as 6.47 rupees per share, correct? Multiplied by, what is the number of shares? 37 crore is the number of shares, correct? I'll get the answer as 239.39 crore. So if I look at the difference between these two, I'll get the answer as 28.34 crore is ideally your synergy benefits. Alright friends, can you write down this in your books now? Alright friends, I believe you are all done with this part also. Yes. Fine friends, I'll now do one thing. I'm going to pack up my session with this today friends. Week Friday I have a few meetings to attend. So I'll quickly talk about visualization and after that we'll pack up today's session. Alright. And then we will continue with the remaining problems tomorrow. Tomorrow morning also same time 7 o'clock. Last time I told you about visualization and I told you two great personalities name. One was Arnold Schwarzenegger and the other one was Michael Phelps. Today I will talk about Arnold Schwarzenegger. Friends, Arnold Schwarzenegger is one of the greatest bodybuilders that the world has ever seen. So he started off his career with bodybuilding. After that, he also became one of the very popular actors. After that, he was also the governor of California. So friends, one person, if he is having so many advantages, that obviously would mean one very important thing, that he knows how to achieve anything and everything in life. Now, for example, if you talk about anyone as Sachin Tendulkar, he is good in cricket, but he is only good in cricket. He is not good in any other sport. Arnold was good in three different, completely unrelated professions. So, when you talk about a person like that, you definitely understand one particular thing, that he knows how to achieve anything and everything. So, when we talk like that, one of the rules what Arnold used to use for achieving the results is what he called it as visualization. What he used to do was, when he was a bodybuilder, every day night before sleeping and every day morning after getting up, he used to see on the wall where he has a picture of the kind of the dream body that he would always want to build. Okay, and he kept telling to yourself that I am the greatest bodybuilders of all times. By doing so, once he sees this vision every day morning and every day night, he will start working towards that vision. And he will work almost, he will sleep for 6 hours in a day. And the remaining full time, he says that I used to only work and work my butt off. That is the words what Arnold used to use. So he was so aggressive in doing that, that see the vision, work towards it. See the vision, work towards it. That finally he became Mr. Olympia, which is one of the greatest bodybuilders award, and he didn't get it one time, he got it multiple times. That is what makes him one of the greatest bodybuilders of all times. In fact, when he was standing for the elections for governor of California, the news reporters asked him, Mr. Arnold, are you tensed? Tomorrow the results will come out. Are you afraid that you might not win these elections? You know what reply Arnold gave with a very cool mind? He told, see, I can see myself standing there tomorrow. I can see myself giving a speech to thousands of people over there as the governor of California. Friends, the next day that actually happened. So this proves one very, very big theory, friends. If you really want to achieve anything in life, step number 1, visualize. Step number 2, work towards it. Visualize, work towards it. Visualize, work towards it. So today maybe your visualization dream will be this. You might have reached here. But by working towards the vision again and again and again and again, you finally achieve the vision that you have in your mind. So friends, as a CA student, I request all of you to visualize that you are working very hard for the exam. Visualize that you go to the exam hall. Visualize that the paper is very tough, but you are tougher than the paper. Visualize that you write all the exams, after which you sit and relax. Visualize that the results day is coming. You log in to check your results, and your family members, your friends are with you. And when you bring out the results and you see those two wonderful words, pass, pass. Yes. Visualize that you have become a chartered accountant and work towards it every day without wasting any time. That is the only way you can succeed. Fine friends, see you tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. Have a nice time ahead. Take care. Hi Sharad, you want me to discuss about the theory portions for the exam? I am planning for that also. I have an order of going. I am right now doing mergers. Once it gets over, we have some very important case studies which has come in costing, SCMPE. I'll be doing that. Once that is done, I will get into the theory part of SFM also. Alright. But I don't know how much time is available and how much we can do it. Otherwise, I will just give you the list of what are the chapters important as far as theory is concerned, so you can learn it on your own. Hopefully, I will be able to take a class on that part also. Alright. Thank you so much. Have a nice time.